Very glad to have you, Sandra. Thank you. Glad to have you. So, just looking at the program, the first sort of piece that we're required to play is that one. Oh. And then straight away it'll be whole Canada. So that's just 2 pages in or something. Yeah. Yeah, so you got it handy. Yeah. And we might play some little things just before. We're probably going to start a few minutes late. They probably like us to be playing. Good idea. Do some of these just to listen to each other. We did these at before. You have that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, I just want to.
Sounds good. Don't be shy. Number 2 in the book. Yep. Number 2 in the handle.
written into me.
Yeah, which, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. You're in the key of C, okay?
Yes, with the repeat. Yes, with the repeat.
That's right. All repeats
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Please stand for the arrival of the platform party. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay standing and please join in the singing of our national anthem, O Canada. You may be seated. CCNM is located in Toronto, Ontario, and New Westminster, British Columbia. The Toronto campus of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine humbly respects that the college is situated on the shared traditional territory and the home of the Anishinaabeg, Haudenosaunee, Huron-Wendat, and Mississaugas of the Credit. Toronto is in the territory subject to the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. The Boucher campus of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine humbly recognizes and acknowledges the Kikite First Nation, as well as all Coast Salish peoples and Hunkuminum speaking peoples on whose unceded and traditional territories the college is located. Today, these territories are still home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful for the opportunity to learn and work on this land. We honor Indigenous peoples' role for the millennia as stewards of the land. We look to Indigenous wisdom for guidance to foster a reciprocal relationship with the environment and to walk gently on the earth in order to preserve and protect the land, air, and water for several generations and beyond. The college acknowledges the profound debt that we owe to Indigenous knowledge in the practice of naturopathic medicine, and we commit ourselves to the work of reconciliation. Madam Chair of the Board of Governors, members of the CCNM Board of Governors, members of the CCNM community, distinguished guests, friends, and colleagues, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the Toronto campus of CCNM and to this very special occasion of the installation of our 10th President and CEO, Dr. Rahim Karim. My name is Simone Philogène, and I have the honor of presiding this afternoon. I would also like to give a special welcome to our friends and colleagues who have joined us from the Boucher campus, as well as friends from other parts of the country who are watching our live stream on YouTube. For those of you here, you are welcome to take photos and post them on social media, but we do ask that you keep your phones on silent during this ceremony. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the presence of academic delegates in attendance today. From the University of Toronto, Dr. Wisdom Teti, Vice President of the University of Toronto and Principal of the University of Toronto, Scarborough. From the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College, Dr. David Wicks. From Trent University, Dr. Scott Henderson, Dean and Head of Trent University, Durham. From Centennial College, Ann Buller, President Emeritus, Centennial College, and Dr. Craig Stevenson, President and CEO. From George Brown College, Dr. Corey Ross, Provost. From Northern College, Dr. Audrey Penner, President and Chief Executive Officer. From International Business University, Artie Ng, Dean. And from eCampus Ontario, Dr. Robert Luke, Chief Executive Officer. I would also like to welcome and acknowledge a number of government officials in attendance today, some of whom you will be hearing from later. Member of Provincial Parliament for Don Valley North, Vincent Key. Member of Provincial Parliament for Mississauga Erin Mills, Sharif Sabawi. Councillor Shelley Carroll, Don Valley North. Councillor Joe Mahevic, Spadina, Fort York. As well, a warm welcome to all the organizational and institutional guests and partners. With that, I am now pleased to call on Dr. Colleen McQuarrie, Chair of the Board of Governors of CCNM, to present greetings.
Hello. Today is an important step in the evolution of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. We enthusiastically greet and welcome Dr. Karim as CCNM's 10th President and CEO. We welcome him to our thriving naturopathic community and express our pride in having him lead this institution. Today also opens the next chapter in CCNM's growth and development. CCNM has grown from a contributor to the community here locally and has expanded in Ontario and British Columbia, where our campuses are located. Today, it is truly a pan-Canadian institution with global reach and is now the largest naturopathic institution in North America. The search for our new president took all of this into consideration. The Presidential Search Committee of the board worked to find a leader who would understand who we were becoming, and had a vision for its future. We needed a leader who appreciated our academic ambitions, but also understood that at the heart of who we are is naturopathic medicine and its positive contribution to healthcare. Our students are at the core of everything we do. They come to our campuses from across Canada, the United States, and increasingly around the world. CCNM's new leader has proven himself and brings to CCNM an abundance of global leadership experience in the education and healthcare sectors, where he has taken on the roles of administrator, educator, and clinician. In short, Dr. Karim is the right leader for CCNM, and we are delighted to formally welcome him.
Thank you, Dr. McQuarrie. We are honored to have received greetings from our federal member of parliament for the federal riding of Don Valley North, Han Dong. Allow me to share them with you. These were sent from the House of Commons of Canada. He writes, "Dear Dr. Karim, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on being installed as the new president and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. Your impressive background and resume serve to complement your new roles and responsibilities well. CCNM is Canada's premier institute and most prestigious naturopathic medicine education provider. I am pleased to have this institution in my riding of Don Valley North. I would also like to congratulate the Board of Governors, the faculty, and students on this momentous occasion. Dr. Karim will serve to uphold the outstanding reputation on which this school's foundation is built. I look forward to working closely with you and the CCNM team in the future. I wish you many years of great success." We are very fortunate today to have among us a number of provincial and municipal leaders. At this time, it is my honor to introduce to you Vincent Key, Member of Ontario Provincial Parliament for Don Valley North, who I would like to invite to bring greetings.
Good afternoon, all the distinguished guests, doctors, professors, presidents, and teachers, students, volunteers, everyone here. Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting me to be here to celebrate with you. It's my great honor and privilege to, with my colleagues, MPP Savisbari. And first of all, on behalf of the Government of Ontario and the Premier Ford, I would like to congratulate Dr. Rahim Karim on your installation as 10th President and CEO of the Canadian College of the Naturopathic Medicine. Congratulations. Thank you. So, Dr. Karen, with your vision and leadership, I'm confident that the CCNM will continue to assist and educate future doctors of naturopathic medicine in their quest to become competent, caring, and accredited healthcare professional in Ontario. I am also delighted to know that the Toronto campus operators is in my riding, and here, Don Valley North in North York. The CCNM is ideally slated to prepare students of naturopathic medicine with the knowledge they require to equip them to serve the diverse needs of the people in Ontario's fast-growing communities. As Ontario champions robust post-pandemic recovery, the welcome presence of naturopathic physicians helps to substantiate and enhance a strong and flexible healthcare system in the province. The CCNM works hard to ensure that naturopathic medicine is a wonderful choice for Ontarians seeking alternative health care and for students interested in pursuing this fantastic field of endeavor. Your collective efforts ensure that naturopathic medicine is not only an option, but an integral part of Ontario's healthcare menu. Again, so I extend my very best wishes to Dr. Rahim Karim as you assume your exciting and important new role. May you succeed in your goals along with your CCNM colleagues and students as you commit your time, energy, and enthusiastic to advancing the CCNM's mission and mandate. Thank you.
We are also extremely honored to have with us Member of Provincial Parliament for Mississauga Erin Mills, Sharif Sabawi, who will also bring greetings.
Thank you very much. It's actually a great honor to join today. I'm very proud to be here. I'm very proud with Dr. Rahim on a professional basis and on a personal basis as well. As an immigrant, first generation immigrant, came to Canada 27 years ago, and I had to dig my root in the system, into the system. Through education, I was a student at some point, until I got to be a professor, teaching George Brown, teaching Centennial. It's my honor to be here and see how immigrants, new immigrants to the country, can make marks, can contribute to the system, contribute to Canada, and educate and pave the way for new doctors and new specialists and new engineers into Canada. This is a fabulous day for me, personally. My wife is a physician. When we came to Canada, she had to spend 4 years to do her degree, 7 years in Manitoba to be able to get into the Canadian system. I worked personally with the minister on working for workers bill, first bill and second bill. The first bill eliminated the Canadian experience as a factor in credentialing system of new immigrants, which is first jump in helping immigrants to get back to their professions in 32 years. So it have been struggle, 27 years since I came, and I promised I would do a change. It took me 27 years, but I'm very proud of that. And I also working in the Working for Workers Part 2, which enabled the professionals from any province or any college or any association, approved association in Canada, to exchange their license when they come to Ontario, to make Ontario open, to receive those expertise skilled workers who choose to be in Ontario, because Ontario is the economic engine for Canada, and I know for a fact that lots of immigrants would like to come to Ontario, and we will make Ontario open for those people if choose to come in Ontario. So Dr. Rahim, I'm really proud of you, and I'm looking forward in the future to work together to any aspect which can help in improving, enhancing the profession, as well helping your students, your graduates, your professional, and the new immigrants as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those heartfelt greetings. I'm now very pleased to call on Councillor Joe Mihevc from Spadina Fork, York, to bring greetings.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, distinguished guests, and by that I mean people here, but everyone in this room is distinguished in our own particular way. I would like to offer on the city's behalf and on the Board of Health's behalf a hearty congratulations to Dr. Karim. There's two simple points that I would like to make. I got to know Dr. Karim through an initiative that we called Civic Labs TO when he was at Centennial College, which was an attempt to bring the colleges, the brain power of the colleges, the universities, together with the policy-making folks at the City of Toronto in one initiative. And Dr. Karim was in there. He was a collaborator, he was insightful, and he helped to make that happen. I think, Board of Governors, what you did was you hired a networker, someone who knows how to get in there and make things happen. That was my experience. So you did wisely. Congratulations on making a wise choice. Secondly, I would say that as chair of the Board of Health in Toronto, our task is to seek to make Torontonians as healthy as possible. We're not part of the sick system, we're part of the Keep Torontonians Healthy system. And naturopathic medicine is a piece of that. And so I look forward to Dr. Karim and the college's leadership in helping to make that happen, particularly in these, cross your fingers, post-COVID times. Congratulations to you, Dr. Karim, and best wishes in the work ahead.
At this time, I am honored to invite Shelley Carroll, Toronto City Councillor for Don Valley North, to bring greetings.
Thank you so much, Simone. And may I say thank you, Joe, for such a personal greeting. It's wonderful, I think, for everyone assembled to have that advanced knowledge and hear what's coming at CCNM. Let me take it very local, Dr. Karim. You've come to a very special place in Toronto. I'm here to stand up for it, for Don Valley North. This is a place of learning and gathering professional qualifications. We talk about post-secondary campuses in the suburbs all the time, and I have kind of a reputation. My motto is stand up for the suburbs. And standing up for what learning means in the community, standing up for people understanding what valuable and good neighbors you are is something that I do on a regular basis. What I've learned about you is that you're going to be my partner in that. And that is very good to know. Across the city, and I'm taking advantage of the assembled from Ann Buller on down. You have assembled people from across the Toronto area that are engaged in that, engaged in the learning. And we know we have an international reputation for what goes on in the core of the city at U of T, but quietly, without people noticing, all of these other very valuable post-secondary and qualification institutions have become a part of that reputation. And so making sure that they are able to share the territory, be a part of what goes on in the suburbs, dare I say it, north of the 401 is part of the assignment, both for you and for me. So today I welcome you to the neighborhood, but I also want you to know that you have a partner in my office, that we're here to make sure that your students, that your faculty, and that you are able to achieve any strategic direction that you decide from here on out. I consider that my job. And as you've heard from Joe, really the city considers it their job. All of us, the Board of Health, the mayor, we're here to help you make a success of it. And so as I welcome you, I want you to also keep that in mind and keep my phone number nearby. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are at our heart an academic institution. And it is a privilege for us here at CCNM to welcome a number of representatives from the academic community today. It is a real privilege for me to invite Dr. Wisdom Teti, Vice President, University of Toronto, and Principal of University of Toronto Scarborough, to bring greetings on behalf of the academic community.
I haven't said a thing yet, so just wait. So good afternoon, distinguished guests, colleagues, and fellow students. Thank you for the opportunity to represent the higher education sector in bringing greetings to Dr. Karim and the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine on this momentous occasion. Rahim, congratulations on your appointment as President and CEO of the college. This is a great honor and an awesome privilege that I know you accept with profound humility and unbridled commitment. As Vice President and Principal of your alma mater, the University of Toronto Scarborough, and your partner for many years during your time at Centennial College, I'm very proud to see one of our own take on the responsibility of this office and bring your vision to an institution in a region that you love, with a footprint that is national, in an area of teaching and learning that you cherish, and in a profession that you have helped to grow and positively impact in many ways. CCNM is very fortunate to have you at the helm at this dynamic time in its development. Not only are you bringing many years of solid leadership accomplishments to the role, but even more importantly, the institution will benefit from the values that shape and undergird those accomplishments. Values of equity, diversity, inclusion, excellence, and commitment to a compassionate, caring community that have defined your career and have been abundantly demonstrated in your expression of citizenship through your volunteer work. With those values, you would build on and strengthen the CCNM that leaders before you have passed on to you. And you would enrich the broader ecosystem of the higher education sector as we collectively pursue actions that would enable us achieve excellence and inclusive, equitable higher education and health outcomes for the many people in our communities and around the world. Your time-tested and natural inclination to collaborate will serve all of us well as we work together as partners to advance our complementary missions as a sector and as place-based institutions. I'm sure the representatives from our sector who are here will agree with me that you can count on our support to bring to fruition the vision that you and your colleagues have for this institution. Your success is our success. We look forward to deepening existing relationships with CCNM, forging new partnerships, and advancing a higher education and health ecosystem that lifts communities, supports innovation, and grows socially conscious, innovative, and conscientious leaders, scholars, and practitioners for generations to come. We wish you and colleagues at CCNM the very best in the pursuit of your mission and vision. We are confident that our mutually intertwined values, commitments, obligations, and actions to deliver on our compact with the broader society will flourish under your leadership. And many, many years of success during your tenure. We wish you a fruitful tenure, and may CCNM grow from strength to strength under your stewardship. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. In addition to being an academic institution, we are a member of the global naturopathic community. It is now my privilege to call on Dr. Iva Lloyd, ND, who will bring greetings on behalf of the global naturopathic community.
Thank you, Simone. As president of the World Naturopathic Federation, I am delighted to participate in this presidential installation ceremony to welcome Dr. Karim in his new role as president of CCNM. CCNM is one of the flagship naturopathic academic institutions globally. We think it's actually the largest naturopathic institution globally. It is a leader in educational standards, enrollment, and research. It's also the leader in the Bridge program for medical doctors who come from other countries. It also resides in the country with the highest number of regulated naturopathic doctors per capita. Members of the World Naturopathic Federation see CCNM as an institution to emulate and collaborate with. Dr. Karim's broad experience in complementary and integrative healthcare is an excellent fit for the leadership role that CCNM has and will continue to have in the naturopathic profession and in traditional complementary and integrative healthcare. I am confident that with Dr. Karim's intention of making a local and global impact in education, research, and clinical practice related to natural healthcare options and integrative care, that the relationship between CCNM and the WNF will continue to expand. I'm looking forward to working with you and others at CCNM over the next number of years. Welcome to this great profession and to the flagship naturopathic educational institution. It is in very good hands.
As a proudly Canadian institution, I'm now very happy to call on Sean O'Reilly, Executive Director of the Canadian Association of Naturopathic Doctors, to present her greetings.
Thank you, Simone. And good afternoon, everyone. I am very honored to join you today on behalf of the Canadian Association of Naturopathic Doctors to welcome Dr. Karim as the new president and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. Incorporated in 1955, the Canadian Association of Naturopathic Doctors is the foremost authority, advocate, and trusted source representing and advancing naturopathic doctors across Canada. In its role as the National Association, the CAND works with all naturopathic stakeholders, both Canadian and international, in supporting and advancing the profession in Canada. And of course, that includes the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. The journey to becoming a qualified naturopathic doctor starts with the accredited naturopathic medical programs. And as you have heard from others, CCNM is the only accredited program in Canada. And with 2 campuses, it comprises the largest student body of any of the North American schools or programs, something of which we can all be proud. As one might guess, the majority of Canadian naturopathic doctors are CCNM alumni. The growth of a strong and competent naturopathic profession is contingent on many factors, not the least of which is consistent, high-quality education, collaboration, and innovative leadership. And dare I say, and based on personal experience, and because we are speaking about the naturopathic profession, the ability to herd cats. With his wealth of experience, passion for education, and his understanding and support of natural medicine, Dr. Karim is just the person to take CCNM into the future. Dr. Karim, on behalf of the CCNM Board of Directors, and our over 2,300 members, We welcome you as President and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Sean. CCNM is a member of the Association of Accredited Naturopathic Medical Colleges across North America. I now invite you to watch video greetings from Dr. Joanne Yanez, ND, the Executive Director of the ANMC.
I am Dr. Joanne Yanez, the Executive Director for the Association of Accredited Naturopathic Medical Colleges. On behalf of the AANMC Board of Directors, we are welcoming you with open arms. Dr. Karim, we are excited to have you on board. We're excited to have you as part of the naturopathic education team and looking forward to all of the insights you bring. Recognize that you have a really diverse background that will likely provide a very strong foundation as you lead CCNM and CCNM's academic community at the campuses into the next generation, into the future. CCNM has a lot to be proud of, a lot to show for, and there is so much more that we all see you bringing to the table and leading CCNM into its next generation. And so on behalf of AANMC and its board of directors, welcome. Your success is our success, and we are excited to have you as part of our group and as part of the naturopathic profession. Wishing you best luck and best of success.
When you speak to students about CCNM, often they will warmly tell you about a faculty member that made a difference. I am now pleased to call on Dr. Hani Vedadi, Chair of the Faculty Council, Toronto Campus, to bring greetings on behalf of both the Boucher Campus and Toronto Faculty Councils. Dr. Vedadi.
Thank you. Thank you, Simon. Good afternoon. Welcome, CCNM community and distinguished guests. I would like to start by acknowledging and honoring the Indigenous people's role as the stewards of the land we are standing on today, which is situated on the shared traditional territory and home of Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas of the Credit. As the CCNM Toronto Campus Faculty Council Chair, and on behalf of the Toronto and Boucher Faculty Councils and their members, I am delighted and honored to welcome Dr. Rahim Karim as the 10th President and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. After my first meeting with Dr. Karim, I remember thinking he was a leader who would lead us to a brighter future during this monumental time at CCNM. He was knowledgeable, kind, and he actually genuinely cared about what I had to say about on behalf of CCNM faculty. CCNM is Canada's premier pan-Canadian naturopathic medical institution, and I say that with so much pride. And I'm confident that Dr. Karim's extensive knowledge and experience in healthcare, leadership, and education will guide us to continue striving for excellence in naturopathic medicine, research, and education of the future naturopathic doctors. President Karim, on behalf of all academic and clinical faculty, welcome to your new role as CCNM's President and CEO. We wish you all the very best on your new journey, and congratulations. Thank you.
What motivates most of us here are the students. So I am now very pleased to introduce Janelle Time, the Vice President Internal of the Naturopathic Student Association, to present greetings on behalf of the student community at both the Boucher and Toronto campuses. Janelle.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of both the Toronto and Boucher campuses, Naturopathic Students Association, and the entire student body, as well as our esteemed NSA President, Danielle Lahovich, who couldn't be here today, I'm delighted to express our best wishes to you, Dr. Karim, for an exciting and productive tenure as President of CCNM. With over a decade of academic administration, senior leadership, active volunteerism, and committee experience, as well as your work at CMCC, we know that your passion and enthusiasm for integrative medicine have already touched the lives of many. We look forward to your leadership, and we are keen to help you and the college pursue excellence in creating new fields of knowledge during this dynamic period of growth at CCNM. We at the NSA, both Boucher and Toronto, wish you a warm welcome, and with this, usher in your tenure as the new president of CCNM.
As you know, we are a pan-Canadian institution with a campus in British Columbia. I want to share with you the greetings we received from the British Columbia naturopathic doctors, specifically from the Executive Director, Ricky Kwan. On behalf of British Columbia's naturopathic doctors, I congratulate Dr. Rahim Karim on his installation as President and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine. We look forward to collaborating with CCNM under Dr. Karim's leadership. From the Ontario Association of Naturopathic Doctors, specifically Interim CEO Sherry Parsley, on behalf of the Board of Directors, staff, and membership of the OAND, I offer my sincere congratulations and best wishes to Dr. Rahim Karim on his installation today as the President and CEO of CCNM. Our board and I very much look forward to collaborating with Dr. Karim and his team, and we wish him much success. Other greetings we have received have included the University of Toronto Scarborough, Dr. Teddy, Principal, and Lisa Lemon, Executive Director, Development and Alumni Relations, as well from the University of Toronto, Barbara Dick, Assistant Vice President, Alumni Relations. From the Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College, Dr. Greg Wolfrey, Chair of the Board, and Dr. David Wicks, President. From Toronto Metropolitan University, Janice Fukakusa, Chancellor, and Dr. Mohammed Lashmi, President. From Trent University, Dr. Leo Grok, President. And from Georgian College, Kevin Weaver, President. From Federal Government Member of Parliament Michel Coteau, we also received greetings. He's the Member of Parliament for Don Valley East. Member of Parliament Salma Zahid, he is the Member of Parliament for Scarborough Centre. Member of Provincial Parliament Dawn Gallagher Murphy, and she is also the Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Health, MPP for Newmarket Aurora. Member of Provincial Parliament the Honourable Mitzi Hunter, Member of Provincial Parliament Scarborough Guildwood, Member of Provincial Parliament Adele Shamji, who is the Member of Provincial Parliament for Don Valley East, and Councillor Dr. Natalia Lishchana, Ward 6, Town of Oakville. Finally, from a number of organizations, the Aga Khan Council of Canada, Amirali Kasim Laka, President, the Aga Khan Council for Ontario, Salim Banji, President. From the College of Naturopaths of Ontario, Dr. Jordan Sokolowski, ND, Council Chair, and greetings from the Toronto Academic Health Science Network. With that, the moment has come for the installation of CCNM's new President and CEO, Dr. Rahim Karim. I would ask that Dr. Macquarie, Chair of the Board of Governors, come forward for the declaration, induction, and presentation of the medallion to Dr. Karim.
Do you, Rahim Karim, swear that you will, to the best of your skill and ability, without fear or favor, truly and faithfully carry out the duties and powers of the President and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine?
I do.
I hereby install you as the 10th President and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine with all powers and responsibilities pertaining to this office. You will now be presented with the robe of office and medallion bearing the institutional seal.
Dr. McQuarrie, and sincere congratulations to Dr. Karim. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce to you Ann Buller, President Emeritus of Centennial College. President Buller is passionate about education that drives personal and community transformation. She is renowned within the Canadian post-secondary sector for her leadership and her ability to catalyze major transformative change. President Buller is a recipient of the Order of Canada for, quote, her lifelong dedication and commitment to post-secondary education and to improving the lives of others through learning, end of quote. Today, she joins us to offer reflections on post-secondary education in a COVID-integrated world.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here today to celebrate President Dr. Karim's installation. Events of celebration and reflection are important moments in the history of institutions, and never more so given all that we've been through in these past years. I've been asked to reflect on COVID and post-secondary education. I think this crisis has presented three grand opportunities. COVID tested us. It tested our systems, it tested our leadership, it tested the social and literal contracts that we hold with students and employees. It challenged our traditions, and it defied the historical architecture of education. Thoughtful, ambitious institutional plans were sidelined by the necessity to move with uncharacteristic speed and agility. While the long-term impact on our students, employees, and partners remains to be seen, ecosystems flourished. This is not a fluke. We are, after all, places filled with expertise and innovation, but it was a test like no other. I'd wager that institutions across this country did things that they may have deemed impossible only months before. Innovation accelerated under the crushing force of necessity. If we perceive the test to be one of survival, we passed. But if we see the test not as a time-based response to crisis, but as a lightning strike that forever altered the landscape, then we see the grand opportunity. I believe the institutions that will rise are the ones interrogating the experience. What changes in programming and leadership and structures, organization, the student experience result? After the stretch and pull of necessity that reshaped our institutions, do we alter our form going forward? Or like the rubber band, do we snap back to the familiar? Can our ambitions and expectations of our students still be held in that typical band of rubber? We passed part one of the COVID test. Part two involves those grand ambitions. COVID was not a mirror, it was a magnifying glass. It is critical that we pay attention to the context in which we now do our work. Post-secondary education has always been a part of a larger social contract, though arguably not always as inclusive as we could be. In Canada, even those with the narrowest path to entry function as anchor institutions, acknowledging that the well-being of their community is key to both their own sustainability and the development of healthy, thriving societies. While there is much to be celebrated in the outcomes of COVID management, this virus magnified societal cracks. It amplified racial and socioeconomic divides. Swirling around it was a vortex of crises, human, cultural, environmental. COVID occurred as Black Lives Matter marched in mass, as Indigenous graves were reclaimed, and amidst the heroic efforts of individuals who exhibited the best of civic engagement. But we also saw people take to the streets, not with the "we're all in this together" rally cry, but rather with the defiant "I only serve myself." COVID was the eye of the storm, an eye that magnified those societal rifts and brought them into stark relief. Noting the decoupling of economic growth from social prosperity, researchers began to assess the impact. The Brookings Institute published a report in 2021 using a metric called the Recoupling Dashboard. Consisting of 4 discrete categories, the dashboard goes beyond economic measures to determine the health of a society. In their words, in view of the social fragmentation and environmental degradation that has accompanied economic growth, it's apparent that economic prosperity has become decoupled from social prosperity. There is no doubt that prior to COVID, post-secondary offered a pathway to economic and social prosperity. Our ambition now, what role do we play in that recoupling? This grand opportunity is restrained only by our imagination and our willingness to tackle those faults that we saw through the glass. We need to scale up and scale out. Think of the vaccines. The alchemy, not merely of the formulas, but of the systems and processes that needed to be in place, the barriers torn down, the renegotiating of financial and intellectual property domains, the coordination of testing and distribution, a miracle of epic proportions driven by need. There's a wonderful video put out by the New York Times, it's called A Brief History of Work, and in it they say, the best time for a breakthrough is a breakdown. My final point, no matter the question, the answer is leadership. Over the course of the past few years, we've seen leaders emerge shining from the sweat of their endeavors, bruised, battered, relentless, working across industries, ignoring barriers. Some led from a place hardwired to expectations placed on them by virtue of their role. Others led in spectacular ways from a place driven by their moral compass, unwilling or unable to sit still in the path of the hurricane of pain, confusion, and the needs of people around them. History will reflect this as a time of extraordinary actions, heroic, community-led, political. In March of this year, McKinsey published 10 lessons from the first 2 years of COVID-19, and among their insights was that work will never be the same. I think we'd all agree, and that fact leads to significant questions. How do we adapt as a workplace and better prepare our students? How does this adaptation reflect realigned organizational structures, differing space allocation, research, and entrepreneurial aims? In other words, how does our acknowledgement of the need for a different workplace translate into a compelling experience for students, and one that also prepares them to thrive? You know, a thoughtful, engaged, accountable, innovative, there's all kinds of descriptors we use for those incredible executive teams that lead us. But having that is just as essential as assuring that those characteristics are nurtured and demonstrated throughout the institution. Managing COVID necessarily saw the devolution of decision-making and accountability, the increased independence of action, and the creation of innovative solutions. Where this occurred in a setting of shared values, institutions thrived. In this COVID-integrated world, I think institutions and therefore society will be best served by capturing the lightning in the bottle, the vibrant network of leaders. By seizing on the grand opportunities presented by COVID, we bring lasting change. We strengthen the bonds between economic and social prosperity, and we model leadership approaches for a changing world. And isn't that, in fact, what we ask of each of our graduates? Thank you.
Well, those were very insightful words. Thank you, President Fuller. Well, it is now time to hear from the man of the hour, our President and CEO of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, Dr. Rahim Karim.
Members of the CCNM Board of Governors, the CCNM community, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. I stand here today deeply grateful for being given the opportunity to serve the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine as its 10th president and CEO. My appreciation to Chair Dr. Colleen McQuarrie, the entire Board of Governors, and members of the CCNM community for providing a gracious welcome and transition. Today is indeed a day of special significance for me, and I'm appreciative to all who are and have been part of my professional and personal journey. My special thanks to my family and close friends for their continued support. My appreciation as well to all speakers, external and internal colleagues for your presence today. It is very meaningful. A big thank you as well to the planning team, Siman Philogen, Jason Gemmel, Karamjeet Singh, various CCNM departments, and to all involved in making this event memorable. For those who are new to CCNM, let me tell you a little bit about this wonderful institution. CCNM, established in 1978 in Toronto, is the largest naturopathic medical education provider in North America and is the only institution in Canada that trains naturopathic doctors. CCNM is also a global leader in evidence-based research in naturopathic medicine. We are a pan-Canadian institution with 2 campuses, one here in Toronto, Ontario, and our Boucher campus in the Metro Vancouver area of British Columbia. Our graduates practice across North America and around the world. Our alumni do many things. They're practitioners, public servants, researchers, faculty members, industry professionals, media personalities, and best-selling authors. We even have a few Olympians. Looking forward, we are positioning ourselves for growth as one institution, 2 campuses, 1 team. As president and CEO, I have started to discuss a strategic approach for our institution. We call the framework for this next phase in CCNM's rich history the 5 Ps. The 5P framework will serve as our North Star to drive our objectives and actions in order to achieve CCNM's 5 Ns as defined by the Board of Governors. The framework is very much aligned to our current planning and will drive our future together. In no particular order, the 5 Ps are partnerships, programming, practice, participation, and planning. The Ps are not independent, but rather interlinked to each other. The partnership P is about building and broadening our strategic partnerships and profile with academic institutions, government, industry, community, professional associations, sector, and international partners. Our approach to partnership centers around asking the question, what can we do together? As an example, partnerships are highlighted within our research departments. CCNM is progressing its research in key areas such as cardiovascular disease, mental health, family and children's health, digestive disorders, pain management, and integrative oncology. We're currently conducting more than $10 million in studies, many of which focus on examining a variety of adjunctive therapies for integrative cancer care to advance understanding and improve practices in Canada. CCNM's Patterson Institute for Integrative Oncology Research is leading the field of integrative cancer care. Our research collaboration occurs through the support of our donors and funding agencies, and with partners such as other academic institutions, naturopathic organizations, professional associations, hospitals, research institutes, health centers, clinics, and government. As an academic institution, we look forward to collaborating and playing a stronger role within the larger ecosystem, the healthcare ecosystem, the academic ecosystem, the federal, provincial, and municipal ecosystem, and civil society. The programming P is about focusing on quality, and that our curriculum is innovative, relevant, flexible, evidence-informed, practice-focused, and enhanced by facilities and technology. Programming is also about building on the equity, diversity, inclusion competencies, and Indigenous ways of knowing and being within the larger framework. So our graduates have the cultural competence to serve the population as a whole. CCNM has just launched a cutting-edge, one-of-a-kind curriculum in North America, implemented this fall for our Year 1 students at both campus locations. We are the only naturopathic medical college to offer an integrated curriculum. The enhanced curriculum, as we call it, includes teaching a modernized set of program outcomes using case and context-based learning approaches, integrating naturopathic curriculum content, and a curriculum delivery model that includes a combination of in-person learning, practicums, asynchronous structured learning experiences, as well as online delivery. This is indeed a great achievement and one that enhances relevance, meets the changing needs of our students, and supports the continued success of our graduates. CCNM is well positioned to train the next generation of naturopathic doctors and healthcare professionals. The practice P is about enhancing and supporting excellence in clinical services, innovation, research, and scholarship. Practice requires innovation, is evidence-informed, and focuses on delivering patient-centered care. The practice P will expand our approach to interprofessional education, integrative care, and increasing access to quality healthcare. This P of our framework will inform our role in the larger ecosystem of healthcare delivery. The participation P has two elements. It's about ensuring the well-being and success of our students. We will continue to build an environment that is adapting to the changing needs of today's student, has the appropriate supports in place for students who face challenges, both academic and personal, while navigating the program. It is also about supporting the engagement and well-being of our employees. We are committed to their professional development and growth. We're committed to creating an environment that promotes learning for all. Looking forward, we will continue to foster an inclusive community that creates belonging and where all are engaged, respected, and supported. The planning P relates to enhancing financial sustainability, strategic enrollment management, and developing new growth-focused initiatives. We're fortunate at CCNM to have a strong governance board that has guided this institution to define its vision, mission, and ends as we position ourselves moving forward. The recent amalgamation of CCNM in Toronto with the Boucher Institute in Metro Vancouver has created a pan-Canadian institution with a national and global reputation. Our aim is to take the best of both campuses to build a strong institution and culture that will benefit all our stakeholders. Through planning, we will explore and act upon areas of growth and expansion. As noted earlier, the 5P framework is very much aligned to our current planning and will drive our future direction together. In conclusion, to mark this important occasion, my wife Salima and I will be donating to CCNM to create a lecture series in integrative care. This lecture series will build a forum for showcasing and discussing the global best practices in integrative healthcare. Lastly, I want to express my deep appreciation to all that have been affiliated with the institution's history and to those that continue to support or serve. As we move forward, I am truly excited about our future and the work we will do together. I invite participation from all, our partners, employees, and students. Together, working collaboratively, we will continue to grow this fine institution, build our global reputation and reach, and strengthen naturopathic medicine. We are looking forward to the journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Karim. We look forward to what the future has in store for our college under your leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formal part of our festivities today. I would be remiss if I did not thank the numerous people who came together to make today's event possible. From the facilities department to marketing and communications and information services and our communications agency, Proof. Thank you for your many efforts that you have put in this day. In particular, please join me in a round of applause for Karim Singh, Manager Marketing and Communications, and Jason Gemmel, Secretary to the Board of Governors and Executive Assistant to the President. I would also be remiss if I did not thank the Fisher Quartet, who have provided today's music. We would now like to invite you to join us in the cafeteria outside the lecture theater for a reception and a toast to the President and CEO. Please now stand for the departure of the platform party. Thank you.